Seldom do Sigma INFJs discuss about themselves. They are more intrigued by how others see and interpret the world. They let everyone talk during talks while they listen, but it doesn't mean that nobody should be aware of them. What ought you know, therefore, concerning Sigma INFJs? Number 10, they are risk-takers and love adventurers. Sigma INFJs are sometimes stereotyped as being quiet people. However, people don't realize that the quiet people often have the most creative minds. Sigma INFJs aren't simply daydreamers. They're also wanderers who like the comforts of home while yet being intrepid. Even if they disagree with their current viewpoints, they won't mind considering new ones. They take great chances, especially when they believe it will all be worth it, and they are bold and confront hazards calmly, frequently with the highest confidence. They will love to show their present thoughts wrong if it leads to new ideas. Their insatiable need for knowledge has always motivated them to seek out fresh information. They are not threatened by new perspectives or experiences. Rather, they pique their interest. Number 9, they aren't arrogant but self-reliant. Sigma INFJs want the world to know they aren't conceited or proud. They're just innately independent. They gently decline anyone's assistance because they are better off on their own rather than because they might be threatened by it. They politely reject someone's counsel because they are aware of what is right and wrong, not because they believe their opinions to be the only ones that matter. Additionally, due to their innately strong independence, Sigma INFJs would like their friends and family to know that it's never personal when they go it alone. Their peers frequently believe it has to do with their reliability. They believe this choice has to do with a friendliness trait, while in fact, Sigma INFJs just pursue their own interests. Do your loved ones sometimes feel abandoned by you as an INFJ since you don't need them? Number 8, they aren't fond of socializing, but it doesn't mean they hate everyone. Most of the pals of a Sigma INFJ feel rejected and disregarded. This is due to the Sigma INFJ's preference for solitude over close relationships with their social circle. The problem is that most INFJs want their friends and family to understand that they have a lone wolf attitude. That suggests they tend to go their own way and prefer their own company over other people's. It never has anything to do with how much they love or despise their friends, and it has nothing to do with being a social outcast. It's only that they have a reliable internal compass that directs and keeps them on the correct path rather than being influenced by social conventions. They do not seek attention, affirmation, acceptance, or favor from others. They want to do things their way, and since they do it so well, they are compelled to maintain things that way. Number 7, they don't want to stay silent. Sigma INFJs are quiet by choice, but they despise being kept silent when they want to express their ideas. While they are cautious and silent, Sigma INFJs are seldom silenced once they start to believe in something. They are independent people who don't mind standing out when necessary. They just follow their instincts and will not back down when they feel they are right, however how absurd this may seem. They may really be dreadful adversaries who will go to great lengths to defend what they believe in and the people they care about. Those in their lives should never advise them to tone it down, since doing so will prevent them from connecting with their raider. Nobody can impose their will or order them to be silent and follow the crowd, because they never will. As the INFJ Sigmas, how do you react when someone tries to silence you? Number 6, they are emotional, but that doesn't make them illogical. Being a Sigma INFJ is challenging since they are both intellectual and emotional. They want others to stop discounting their rationality only because they are considered to be emotionally fragile. They typically prioritize their feelings because they wish to be conscious of both their own and other people's sentiments. They become irritated when people undervalue their capacity for learning and comprehension. It's as a result of their capacity for in-depth research on a variety of subjects. Regardless of whether individuals ignore their rational side, they will study as much as they can about everything that sparks their curiosity. The Sigma will carry on arguing calmly and easily. Number 5, they have boundaries, and they should be respected. Strong boundaries are the cause of the Sigma INFJ's contemptuous and unconcerned attitude toward abusive persons. Sigma INFJs are kind and will go to great lengths to make sure their loved ones are happy. Despite their good intentions, they too have boundaries, and anyone who tries to cross them will be ignored. Continue to let others make errors, but not at your price, Sigma INFJs. They usually come out as harsh and self-centered when doing this, but they don't give a damn. When it threatens their emotional and spiritual well-being, they stop being attentive or kind. Sigma INFJs have the capacity to disconnect from relationships when they reach a breaking point. Every INFJ uses the notorious door smash as a scouting technique to avoid harmful relationships. What additional ways can you enforce your limits as an INFJ Sigma? Number 4, they are allergic to pretentiousness. Lack of sincerity is a deal breaker for the Sigma INFJs. They want their family members to know that they won't think twice about staying as long as loyalty exists. Because of this, it's simple to appear to be nice, giving, and courteous, but if this is not someone's genuine nature, it is quite off-putting. But excellent individuals like Sigma INFJs do not view riches as the main aspect in fulfilling friendship. Anybody may flaunt their fortune to attract. It's far more complicated than having money and being nice. They enjoy it when individuals are authentic and honest about their anxieties, flaws, fears, and secrets. Sigma INFJs are, in any event, non-judgmental listeners, so others shouldn't feel uncomfortable being vulnerable around them. Number 3, don't lie because they'll always know. If Sigma INFJs were to issue a warning to the public, it would be to never lie in front of them, because they are always able to detect lies. They detest lying, which forces Sigma INFJs to act as though they are ignorant. Yet, Sigma INFJs can't keep it a secret for long since, when the moment is perfect, they will come clean. The sensitivity of the Sigma INFJ to falsehoods and contradictions is much stronger than it first looks. Nothing can prevent their perceptive minds from correctly predicting everyone's intentions. People may say whatever they want, but it's hard to get Sigma INFJs to buy into their falsehoods. The Sigma will always respond in accordance with any possibility for dishonesty in someone's narratives, even if they are not outspoken about it. Instead of readily giving in, they keep their guard up and consider the other person's intentions. Do you ever pretended to not know something? Number 2, they need space from time to time. Even if Sigma INFJs are in a relationship, they may still require some alone time. Above all else, how crucial is solitude for Sigma INFJs? They sincerely care about individuals who are close to them, yet they can't drain their resources by being there constantly. Introverts are usually INFJs. They need a lot of alone time to recharge, which could come out as selfish to others who don't get them. For the sake of the people they care about, they must refuel. They will grow depressed and ineffective in their jobs if they don't take this crucial period for themselves. Sigma INFJs can't blame their peers, family, or spouse if they find this difficult to grasp, but they also recognize that it's not their responsibility to change to their wavelengths. If someone has a limited worldview, they will undoubtedly weary of the selfishness of the Sigma INFJ. The last thing the individual wants, in light of this, is someone who dismisses their desire for solitude. Number 1, they have unique interests, and they want their loved ones to let them be. Sigma INFJs want people to realize that, especially when it comes to their hobbies, they are not like everyone else. They frequently have interests in topics and hobbies that other individuals do not. They have very little appetite for frivolous hobbies and are drawn to circumstances and things that have mortality and importance. That doesn't mean they are unintelligible, they just have different desires and act according to what is important to them personally rather than what is expected of them. They refused to follow others' instructions and instead followed the beat of their own drum. What special hobbies do you have that other people can't connect to as an INFJ Sigma? Although those Sigma INFJs are reserved, they do have something to say. There are several additional things they want you to be aware of in order to prevent needless disputes with them. What else would you like others to understand about you? But do you need to constantly remind them of these?